Howdy, I'm Nuclear Gameplays, and finally, after trying to convince myself to do this video, today we're doing it. M81 Camo Review. Now, M81, this pattern right here, Woodland, one of the most iconic patterns of all time. Quite possibly the most famous pattern of all time. But to talk about M81, first we have to talk about where it came from. Now, M81, when do you think it was released? 1981, obviously. Now, you might be saying to yourself, well then, how do they come up with such a good pattern out of the blue? They didn't. Engineer Research and Development Laboratories in 1948 came up with a camo which was based off of a German pattern, Liebermuster, and called it ERDL. Frankly, it was a shitty pattern. I'm not sure if any surviving examples exist today of the 1948 pattern, but during the Vietnam War, a camo pattern was requested to be made by ERDL for us to use in the Vietnam theater due to the fact that most people that were wearing camouflage uniforms were either wearing the Mitchell vine leaf pattern or in-country made tiger stripe, which will be another video in of itself. Anyway, this pattern ERDL had two different versions. Highland EDRL, which was brown dominant, meaning the pattern had more browns than it did green. There was also a lowland variant, which was the opposite. It had more greens than it had brown. Now, we will talk about lowland EDRL in a separate video. Highland EDRL progressed from Highland EDRL into the transitional EDRL Army uniform pattern, which became M81 Woodland. This pattern has seen more action than Solid Snake. This pattern has been in more wars and more countries' and militaries. It's like almost impossible to distinguish their camos as other camos because they are literally just copies of this camo. I mean, can you blame them? Come on. It's a good pattern. It's commercially available to everywhere now, pretty much everywhere in the first world. There are many countries that don't allow people to wear camouflage due to the sole fact that only military personnel are supposed to wear camouflage. Which is bullshit, by the way. But this is a camo review. This is my opinion. So, I decided, with this new series, I need to have some idea of how these camos operate in, combat situations in their respective environments. Woodland. Well, I just so happen to have a woodland area near me, so I decided to go out there and test it out. So far, this is a pretty good pattern. How will this camo fare in our environment test? Which I did take the idea of it from Brent0331. Check his channel out. I fucking love him. Now, onto the test. Now that that's over with, I wanted to take a moment to tell you how much it means to me that you people saw my last video. I did get a new recording software, so it's all good now. I need a better way to record. Um, I'm working on it though. So next week I will have another camo pattern for you. I'm thinking we do something a little more foreign. But until then, this is Nuclear Gameplays with yet another not gameplay video. And I wish you the best. My review of this pattern. It's a pretty good fucking pattern.